Hey guys, it's Miss Yater here again. I've got another book for us to read today. So the name of this book that we're going to read is one of my favorites, and it is called Where the Wild Things Are. And it says down here that the stories and pictures are by a man named Maurice Sendak. That means this man wrote the book. So he wrote the words in our pages, and he even did the illustrations. So he was the author and the illustrator of our book, which makes it even more cool that he did all of this work. All right, so I want us just to take a minute and look at our cover picture. And we are going to read today about where the wild things are. I wonder what you can find, if you can see what one of our wild things might be. Okay, here we go. Where the wild things are. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind. The word mischief, that's a really big word for us. But when we are making mischief, that only means we are doing things that we are not supposed to be doing. So I think that that's what Max is doing right here. So he made mischief of one kind and another. Oh, I bet that's something he's not allowed to be doing either. He's chasing his dog with a fork. So his mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. Let's see how Max feels. His mom told him that he had to go to bed without his supper because of the mischief that he was doing. I think he does not feel very happy about that. But remember, sometimes when we do things that we know we're not supposed to do, even sometimes in class, we have to have consequences for our actions that we do. And so this was his consequence. He had to go to bed without his food. But that very night in Max's room, a forest grew. And grew. Oh, let's see how he feels about that forest growing. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day. I wonder how his parents feel about him being gone. Or if they knew he was gone, I wonder how they would feel. And in and out of weeks, and almost over a year, he sailed to where the wild things are. So remember, his mom said that he was a wild thing. That's what she called him because of what he was doing. And then he got on his boat and sailed to where the wild things are. I bet that's one of the wild things. Let's see what happens. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. Till Max yelled, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once, and they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. And made him king of all wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start." Rumpus means like a party. So Max became king of all the wild things. Now we're gonna see some pictures of them at their party. So here they are dancing. Here they are hanging from trees. He looks pretty excited to be the king. Now stop, Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. Oh, let's take a minute and think what we saw before happening. Remember before, when Max was still in his bedroom, his mom sent him to bed without his supper, and now he's doing the same thing to these wild things. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. So let's see how Max is feeling. He's probably missing his mom right now. Then, all around from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said no. The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. And sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. Oh, I love that ending because we can see even though Max had consequences for his actions, his mom still showed love for him and that she still cared for him and she still left him hot food to eat. The end. I love that book so much. So I want to challenge you. I want you to draw a picture of what your wild thing would look like and then tell me, if you were king of the wild things, what would you do? All right, bye guys.